Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today and blessing me with your presence. So everything I'm going to be using will be in the top right hand corner. And I kind of wanted to just jump into my design that way and explain what's going on with my design. That way when I get to everything that I messed up on, I can kind of explain what was going on, and hopefully at this moment, because I still don't know what I could do better, hopefully while I'm looking at it again, I figured out a way that I could do something a little bit better. But today I decided to do the first, pretty much the only, but I'm going to say the first Juneteenth flag. This flag was designed in 1997 by activist Ben Haith. That's how, I don't know for sure how you pronounce his name, but his nickname is Boston Ben. And he designed this flag because June 19th, 1865, Major General Gordon Granger ordered the final enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation in Texas. This was in Texas at the end of the American Civil War. It became a federal holiday in June 17th, 2021 by President Joe Biden. Yes, it took a long time for it to actually become a federal holiday. And in all honesty, I've never heard of Juneteenth until I saw an episode of Blackish. That's when I found out about Juneteenth, and it kind of sucks that this was something that happened back in 1865, and I've never even heard of it in school. I never heard about it growing up. My kids are not learning it in school. We have to kind of like teach them things that we feel is important as far as Black History Month, or how our heritage is, or how our ancestors was treated. We have to teach them. They teach them the basis at school. We have to teach them the in-depth parts of it here at home. And for us not to know about Juneteenth, it was kind of sad. And personally, I felt like this is wild. This is crazy. And I wanted to know a little bit more about it. And so I did do a set last year that was kind of like traditional to me, but this time I wanted to take the tradition a little bit deeper. And so that's why I chose to do this flag specifically. And so this flag is pretty much red, white, and blue. It is the colors of the American flag. And it has a curve in the middle, which represents a new horizon of how the new freedom that African American people had was the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I explained that part right. Then it's a white star in the middle of the flag, and that stands from the Lone Star, pretty much because Texas was the last state to actually end slavery, and that was the state that the bill was signed in. And so they took the star from the Texas flag and put that in the middle of the Juneteenth flag, and it's for freedom of every Black American in all 50 states. And in Texas alone, it was 250,000 slaves. That was like literally, from what I read, only in Texas. So that kind of like blew my mind, I'm not even gonna lie. And then around that star is pretty much like a bursting star, and it reflects a nova, or a new star, which means the new beginning for all, which actually nova came from a word that astronomers use for, a new star. And so that's pretty much what the bursting star around the original star in the middle stands for. The red represents power, sacrifice, and red foods, because they're saying that some of the traditional foods that people eat on Juneteenth is red velvet cake, watermelon, and, have barbecues, And it also stands for resilience that Black people had in their journey to freedom. And then the blue that goes along with, of course, the red, white, and blue, because African Americans were always Americans. There was no such thing as, oh, you're being born over in America, but you're not American. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just instantly a slave, or you're an enslaved person. You're not titled as anything. That's it. And so they wanted to keep the colors red. Boston Ben wants to keep the colors red, white, and blue. That way, African Americans knew that you were always part of America. And then they do still have like another flag, which I didn't want to, because I feel like that is a traditional flag these days. which, is the, what is it? It's like red, green, black, and yellow, I believe. I probably saying those colors out of order. I'm so sorry. But that is the Pan-African flag, which represents blood, soil, and prosperity of the African people. And the red represents the men and women who lost their lives. So that is meaningful just as well, but that's just not the flag that I wanted to draw out or that I feel represent the set that I wanted to create. Because like I said, I felt bad not knowing about Juneteenth. I'm like in my mid-30s. It shouldn't have took for a TV show to tell me something that we should have learned in school in elementary, like something that my kids should be learning about. And the dang show shouldn't have became a federal holiday in 2021. Like that right there, like that just doesn't even make sense to me. In all honesty, I feel like if Blackish didn't even promote it, I want to go back and look at when the episode was aired. I'm sorry. If the episode was never aired, would it have even became a federal holiday? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was before the episode or after the episode, but I just think it's just crazy that we're just not learning about it. Me personally, I'm just not learning about it from watching the show Blackish, and then, oh yeah, it's a federal holiday now. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of weird to me. It should have been a federal holiday. That's just my opinion. I should have been learned about it. That's just my opinion. And so since I personally felt bad for not knowing about Juneteenth at all, I want to just kind of go back and do the the start of it. And he designed this flag in 1997. So that is like over 100 years later. You know what I'm saying? That he designed this flag. So it's just kind of like this flag, in my opinion, still gets overlooked because we instantly think black, red, yellow, green. We instantly think of those colors when we think of African American people in general. We think about Black History Month. Those are the colors. We think about if we want to do anything that represent black people, those are the colors we go to. And so I wanted to kind of do the original colors because we are all in this world together. We in all of America together. We are all going through things together, no matter what your culture is, no matter what your race is, no matter what your background is. You live in America, most people are going and dealing with the same thing as their neighbor who has nothing to do with their heritage, nothing to do with their culture. You guys are all in this together. We are all in this together. And so that's why I wanted to do this particular flag and not the quote-unquote traditional colors of the Pan-African flag. So now that I've kind of put that out there, I hope I explained that right. I hope if you didn't know, when it became a holiday, if you didn't know where it started from, if you didn't know where it stemmed from, or if you never even seen this flag before, I kind of hope that I explained it the best way to help you understand. If not, please let me know down below because next time I will kind of like organize this a little bit better than what I just have. But here I wanted to start off with red. I have no idea why. Why would you do the bottom of the nail first? Like, just don't do the bottom of the nail first when you're doing something like this. And I chose to. And my mindset at that time was, I want to make sure this arch, this horizon, is the best way they possibly can. And I didn't feel like I was going to achieve that by starting at the top of the nail. And I kind of just should have. And I did not have an actual red. So I only had like liners. And so I had to go back through with this little naked makeup brush and kind of like brush the color on to kind of get that smooth consistency rather than a whole bunch of strokes. And it would have taken me forever to use that liner brush also. So now I just went back in with another liner color from Miss Sharon. This is a Shein brand, or it's sold on Shein, I should say. And I went in with this blue. And it kind of gave me like the little popsicle, little firecracker. It kind of gave me like those type of vibes. And it was definitely not the blue of the flag. So I'm like, okay, I could paint this color. And I'm going to go in with my Born Pretty jelly blue and put that on top because that jelly, I feel like you would have been able to see right through it. Or it would have been like it wouldn't have been the shade of blue that I personally wanted. So I just decided to put that blue on top of this one. And it wasn't fully coming out the way I wanted it to come out because I couldn't go sideways over the red. So I tried. I brushed stuff on, tried to clean it up, brush on, tried to clean it up. And I'm just like, okay, forget it. I'm just going to brush down the whole goddamn nail and then clean it afterwards because it's just not working out. It was not spreading right. It was not leveling right, which was the main reason that I was getting a little frustrated because this set was not easy for me. My husband was like, "You didn't seem like you have fun creating this set when you was doing your nails last night." I'm like, I didn't. I did not have fun creating this set at all because I chose every hard obstacle there was to create this set. And that definitely was not my goal whatsoever. I just chose to do it the wrong way. I should start at the cuticle and work my way down. But I just want that arch to be as perfect as I possibly can make it. I am not the type of person that draws. I do not like to do nail art. I'm going to this summer because I want to practice things I'm not good at, which I think a lot of us are taking this opportunity during the summertime to do, which is practice things that we're not good at or things we need to practice a little bit more, and I am doing that just as well. And so here you kind of see me go over with that jelly blue, and then once I did this, I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is the blue that I want. Like, this is it right here. And so that, I'm not gonna lie, that made me happy. That was like the first thing that made me happy because the application on this, I showed you guys my thumb. That was the best application. That was the only good finger I had. Other than that, the other ones was lumpy and bumpy because I am right-handed and I'm using my non-dominant hands to do this set because I told you guys in another video that I did lift my natural nail up on my pinky trying to take the fake nail off from my pop-off method, not realizing I was actually lifting my actual nail. And so I will be doing the next few sets on my right hand and struggling. This was just the first one, and I struggled like crazy doing this set, and you're going to see me struggle like crazy doing this set. So with this, I did go back through with a top coat just because I honestly didn't know what I was going to do next. I did not know how I was going to achieve this next thing, but I was going to try. Look at this. Look at that. Like, I'm like, what the fart knocker badaka cocker? Like, when I use this to create those like 3D flowers, and it came out the jar smooth. It went on the nail smooth. It formed into the flower. Like, everything was just perfect. And this is literally like, look at that. I'm like, what the fart, bro? Like, I was so, and then this was something else that frustrated me because I'm sitting here like, how am I gonna put this on my nail if, look at it. Oh my, I'm getting frustrated just looking at the video again. Oh my God. This literally was just like frustrating. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this crap? And I bought 2 bottles of this. So then I just switched gloves. And I'm like, I'm not even going to touch it. And I actually went over my nail with base coat because I know base coat is sticky. So I went on my nails with base coat. I went in like a straight surgeon. I'm not. I went in with a straight surgeon though. And I'm like, I'm going to hold this down while I cut this over here and try to snatch it out. You know, get rid of the bad cells. Or I don't know. Get rid of the badness and throw it on my nail. I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. I don't know nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you see, it's stuck. It's stuck a little bit just because I had that base coat on there. And I promise you, I put on everything I love. As soon as I finally got this sticky crap onto my finger, I forgot how to make a star. So you see me just flattening it out because I'm like, what was I supposed to be doing? That's how frustrating, actually. Like, look, you can't even see what I'm trying to make because I forgot. And then I'm like, okay, how do you make a star? And I'm bumping into the phone thing. It was just all bad. So once I realized, okay, you're making a star, just start with the top. I guess I literally got a star tattooed on my arm, and I didn't even think. I promise you, I didn't think to look at it. I promise you, I did not think to look at it at all. And I'm like, just start at the top. You know, make the point at the top, make you a little Patrick star, and everything's gonna be fine. And that was not working out for me at all. It was just, everything was just sucking. It was just horrible. And I'm like, it irritated me because this set is so meaningful, and I'm just like demolishing it. I'm destroying it in the worst way possible. And so that was getting me so frustrated. This nail set took me 5.5 hours. Like, and when you look at it, it'd be like, no, it didn't. And I promise you it did, because this right here alone took me forever. And I cropped out where I snatched, well, you're going to see me snatch this off, but I cropped out where I got like 5 small pieces and tried to put it on there and form each one of those into like a little triangle and do it. And by then I got frustrated, took everything off, ripped my little paper towel up and everything, because I just couldn't deal with it no more. So I'm like, okay, let's put a star. And none of these stars are perfect. So I'm like, let's just put a star in the middle of the nail, trace around it, and you will get the star that way. So then I put the star on the nail, couldn't get it centered for nothing. I finally got it centered, and I tried to, see, look, who struggles putting, like, this set, but I put the star on the nail, tried to trace around it, and you'll see how that goes. That was horrible just as well. Like, I ran into so many obstacles with this set, just trying to do something new, trying to challenge myself, and I wish I didn't. At least with this set, I wish I did not challenge myself. I wish I had thought about a plan other than the fact that I knew I wanted to do this flag. I wish I had thought about a plan on how I was going to execute creating this flag. I just knew I wanted to do it. I'm like, it's going to be with my 3 middle fingers, aside from my pinky and thumb. And bam, like, I'm going to get it together. I'm going to go with the flow. And I wish I didn't do that, because this took forever. It got me frustrated, it got me mad. And this is a set that I didn't want to have any of those feelings. I wanted to be proud making this set. I wanted to feel good creating this set. And I didn't. And so, I'm sorry, when I talk a lot, and I talk a lot, and I get the soul on my spit. So I take a few breaks in between my words. But it got me so frustrated. And I'm like, I'm right-handed. Why are you even thinking to draw anything with your left hand anyways? I don't care if you're trying to trace over something. I don't care if you got a stencil. What is you doing? And so I got the alcohol, cleaned the little stuff up, and then tried again, and I cured it without actually looking at if the thing was even. I did not make sure the star was even at all before I cured it. I think I was just fed up with trying to trace the outside of the star, that I just wanted to just fill it in and keep it moving. Not realizing, like, bruh, if you fill it in and it don't look right, you're not going to want to keep this star on there. But I was just tired at that point. And I'm mad I didn't fast forward this a little bit faster than what I did, because I'm tired of seeing it, in all honesty. Because this set really did make me mad. It really, really did. I'm thankful that Paige, should I even say Paige? Oh my God, because it's freaking set. Okay, so Paige put this collaboration together. Thank you, my beautiful queen. I truly appreciate being able to be a part of this collaboration, because it is something very meaningful. We have children that has to learn about things like this. Paige, myself, a lot of the other women also. And the fact that it makes you do a little bit more research. It allows you to dig into history a little bit deeper as an adult, and to be able to teach it to your children. They'd be able to teach it to their children. And I know that Paige's goal with this was to raise a little bit more awareness, especially because of the generations under us, the generations that we carry, the ones that they were carrying, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to put pictures and names up of the other women that's part of this collaboration who do not post videos. Even if they do post videos, I think a couple of them do post videos, they are not posting like every week or every 2 weeks. So make sure you guys go subscribe once I post up their artwork and their names. And I'm also going to put their names in a link in the description box below. First up is Brittany Upshaw. She decided to do her right and her left hand. They both came out beautiful. Make sure you guys go subscribe. And I'm also doing this in alphabetical order, just so you know. Chris Wilson, you guys look at that ring finger. That is my favorite. Oh my God. And the colors and the fact that they met, everything just came together, and I love it. Next up is Alyssa May. These came out so beautiful. I love how she did like the gold effect between the design in the 1865 and the rings on the thumb. And last but not least is Lady Day Nails, aka Carrie. She just sent in a video. You guys pay attention to her ring and pinky. Do you guys see the broken chain? Like, that was so freaking creative. That's something that is just, and I don't need the chains. I don't know what that's made out of. She made that look so freaking realistic. I love it. Everybody did such a great job. These are only the people We're not going to do shorts or full videos as far as I know. Make sure you go subscribe to everybody. I'm putting their links in the description box below. Go subscribe. I promise you will not. You see the nails. You see the nails. You will not be disappointed. So I decided to kind of just, well, first, let me thank you one more time, Paige. I really wanted to do Juneteenth nails, and this just allowed me to be able to actually do it and be collaborated with wonderful women. And we all kind of showcase and uplift each other through this collaboration, through this process. So thank you so much for allowing all of us to have this opportunity. In order for me to kind of turn my mood around doing these nails, I did decide to go in with something that I really like and I really enjoy, which is bling. And as you see here, I did the star, and then I flipped in the middle of the star with the smaller rhinestones, and then it's 13 points on the star. And in my opinion, which I looked it up, and I could not find it, but I'm going to assume that Boston Ben created the 13 points on the star that stood for the 13 colonies, because the colors stand for the American flag. We are all American, and at that point there were the beginning of America 13 colonies, and so that's why I feel like he did the 13-pointed star, the bursting star I should say, because the Constitution of Congress was created in the 1770s, I believe, and this was in 1865. So at that moment he was able to know that there were 13 colonies that helped create America, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to start off with those first, and then just fill in each point with the inner and outer, just to create that bursting star, because this set was so frustrating, and it should not have been, because it's something that's supposed to be fun, something creative, and make you do a little bit of research. And that's something I really enjoyed about this collaboration. It wasn't just something you had to just think of and do a nail set. For me, I literally went through and did a little bit of more research, because I truly felt bad about the fact that I'm grown, which I can't feel too bad, because it didn't even become a federal holiday until 2021. And then I found out about it on Blackish, which I think most people did, including people under the president, to let him know, let's make this holiday, people are going to be aware of this now. And after that, I really did feel bad, because that's something we didn't learn or know about, our children didn't learn or know about, because 1997, when Boston Ben came up with the flag, I was still in school. I was 9 years old. I should have learned about it at that moment, and I did not. My kids should have learned about it. One just did history and Black History Month for 5th grade, and he didn't even learn about it. So it's still something that still needs to be brought. Oh my God, Jesus, I'm so sorry. This is something awareness still needs to be brought to, because my children are still not learning this in school, and they have to learn things like this in the household. And so I'm looking I don't want to disappoint myself. I don't want to disappoint my ancestors. They're watching over me at this moment, and they're looking girl, you are no, represent us better than this. And so, because it was just the frustration, not the design, but the frustration that was coming along with creating design, that my ancestors probably was just take a deep breath and chill, because you ain't going through nothing, darling. Creating a nail set, that ain't nothing compared to what people had to fight for, what people went through, people lives, everyday lives they had to go through, being enslaved. Me creating this nail set, there was no need for me to get frustrated or overwhelmed, because I'm not going through 1.16.50 point ounce of what, that sounded so stupid, but I'm not going through anything compared to what our ancestors had to go through in order for them to fight for us to be created equalish and free-ish, you know what I'm saying? So me getting frustrated through this, it was just unnecessary, and I completely regret getting frustrated with this set, because it was something that was very meaningful. I was so happy to be a part of this collaboration, and I should have at that moment took heed of it in a better way. And so that's something I completely regret about creating this set. I wish I'd had a better mindset with it. I wish I'd thought it through a little bit better, instead of just doing only research. I should have did the research and just kind of thought out my design a little bit better instead of winging it. I should have just took my time overall with the whole design and thought process, and I didn't. So that's something I regret, but I did at the end like how they came out, because I just took a deep breath and sat there for a second and was like, okay, we're going to do what you like, instead of just trying to think outside the box. This is the wrong set, this is the wrong hand to get out of your comfort zone with. Like, just stick to who you are. And that's exactly what I started to do towards the end of the set. And then I got frustrated again, which you guys will see. I got frustrated again. But I am truly, truly happy being a part of this collaboration, because it was something to make you think. And so I can't wait for the next holiday, July 4th, to create a say and do more research about that just as well. It's a lot that I don't know about Independence Day. So I wouldn't mind doing research on that as well, and do nails outside of the American flag. Like I did the flag for this one, because I feel like these colors in this flag is not going to be showcased as much as it should. I'm not saying that it's not. I don't think it's going to be showcased as much as it should. And so that's why I decided to do the flag for this set. My next set, I would not do the American flag, because the American flag, I feel like, represents our independence. Excuse me. And so here is where I got frustrated again, because the drill got stuck in my nail. Now, I did 3 holes. This drill got stuck in my nail twice. And at one point, I was trying to just pop my pinky off and to get the drill out, like, away from my actual hand, and it did not work. This nail did not want to pop off. I'm like twisting and turning my fingers. I tried to twist the knob on the handle to unlock it and slide the bit out and do it that way. Nothing was working. I literally was over here like breaking my fingers and causing cramps. Look at this, all types of stuff, because this thing got stuck. And it got stuck so bad. I'm wiggling it, I'm going back and forth, I'm wiggling and going back and forth, and that thing was just not budging at all. And I think this one right here was my last one, and it got stuck bad to the point where it cracked my nail by the time I was able to bring it out. And so I just put one ring in there, because the rest of them were out of frame. The other 2 were out of frame because, like I said, I got frustrated again. And then I just glued them shut so that way it won't snag on my hair, because I do like to keep my sets on and show my husband the next day to kind of see his thoughts actually on my finger and not just a picture or seeing them out on my nail desk. So I do glue the rings shut, and they actually don't open and get snagged on things either, including your hair. And so after this point, the set was done, and I looked at it and I did enjoy it. And once again, thank you guys so much for being here. I truly appreciate you guys' support. I hope you guys like the design. Tell me in the comment section below, when did you guys find out about Juneteenth? Is it something that you grew up knowing about? Is it something that you found out about recently? Did you guys see it on Blackish? Let me know how you feel about the nails. And if you guys are going to celebrate Juneteenth today, we're not. It's hot. We're going to celebrate it by explaining a couple of things to our kids, maybe, because it's summer vacation, and I'm making my kids do reports during the summer. So this is one of the reports we're going to have them do. So I don't want to talk to them about it too much. I want to have them do research on their own and see how they comprehend the holidays. So please subscribe, like, comment down below. Thank you once again, Paige, for allowing me to be part of this collaboration. Thank all you ladies for being part of the collaboration. Your nail sets are beautiful from what I saw thus far, and I cannot wait to see what everybody else created and how many other people are in the collaboration, actually. I cannot wait to see. So you guys stay blessed. Enjoy this day. Enjoy freedom. Enjoy being able to live the life that you live. If you like what you saw in today's video, hit that subscribe button, that like button, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, darling.